Maurologue shout-outs to my brothers Romulo and Ezio. Happy National Siblings Day. Yes, it's the annual occasion to admit your brother isn't that annoying. Established in 1995, it's a time to celebrate the delightful chaos, camaraderie, and childhood blackmail material that only siblings can provide. So hug 'em, text 'em, or just steal their snacks like old times. Speaking of family affairs, parents, if getting your kids to eat healthy feels like attempting a triple backflip, the secret might not be the food itself. It's getting them involved in cooking. Research shows that when kids help out in the kitchen, they're more likely to develop healthy habits, boost their confidence, and even get adventurous with their meals. The trick? Make cooking a family affair. Start with simple goals like mastering 10 basic dishes. Think scrambled eggs, if you can afford them, or a quesadilla with guac. Now, from the kitchen to the garden, here's a story where faith meets farming. Mission of Mary Cooperative in Dayton, Ohio. What started as one garden in 2009 has blossomed into 6 urban farming plots across 4 acres, producing over 60,000 pounds of fresh produce a year. Fresh produce a year. The idea? Transform vacant church land into lush, productive gardens that feed the community. They even donate much of the food or offer it on a sliding scale. Plus, they're Dane's first net zero nonprofit thanks to renewable energy. It's more than just gardening, it's community building rooted in faith and sustainability. Now that's planting seeds for a better future. Switching gears from soil to sound, music fans will be able to stream the Coachella Music Festival live on YouTube starting on Friday. Why endure nasty porta potties when you can be sweaty and puking up shots of Fireball from the comfort of your own home? In other musical notes, the Library of Congress has hit play on its latest mixtape, adding 25 iconic recordings to the National Recording Registry. This year's lineup features Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, Amy Winehouse's Back to Black, and the original Broadway cast recording of Hamilton. Not just about tunes, the registry also welcomed Brian Eno's 6-second Windows 95 startup chime, remember that? And the Minecraft soundtrack, proving that even our digital earworms get their due. With these additions, the registry's collection now spins at 675 titles. On the tech front, a survey claims that 90% of Americans own a smartphone, which is interesting because in a related survey, 100% of smartphones say they own an American. Speaking of calls, today marks the 52nd anniversary of the first cell phone call. Historians still don't know which movie theater it took place in. Turning the pages of history on this day in 1849, mechanic Walter Hunt patented the safety pin. Yes, that tiny metal miracle that has saved countless baby diapers, broken zippers, and last-minute red carpet disasters. But get this, he sold the rights for just $400 to pay off a $15 debt. Talk about ROI regret. Patents only lasted 14 years back then, so this game-changing invention has been in the public domain for over 160 years and still holding it together. Literally. Now, break out the champagne and crank up the jazz. The Great Gatsby turns 100 today. F. Scott Fitzgerald's shimmering tale of love, longing, and the illusion of the American dream first hit shelves in 1925, selling a modest 25,000 copies. Flash forward a century, and it sold over 30 million and counting. Set in 1922 New York, Gatsby's green light still glows, symbolizing hope, ambition, and a dash of delusion. The novel, inspired by Fitzgerald's own jazz-age adventures and lost romance with Ginevra King, remains a literary rite of passage. Today, the centennial celebration is roaring. Broadway's raising a glass, the Library of Congress is reading it aloud, and the Empire State Building is lit up in green. Gatsby believed in the green light, and apparently so do we. I've yet to see the movie, might do so today. In the world of dolls and dunks, Barbie just signed her first ever Ken-bassador, and who else but LeBron James? The King now has his own Ken doll, complete with signature beard, Beats headphones, varsity jacket, and that just a kid from Akron swagger. It's 6'9" of plastic greatness for $75. And yes, even comes with a crossbody bag. Rain on, LeKen. Meanwhile, on the hardwood, LeBron's Lakers were in Dallas last night for Luka Doncic's return. It was a roller coaster of emotions. The Mavericks rolled out a heartfelt tribute video that had Doncic reaching for the tissues before the game even started. Despite the emotional prelude, he channeled those feelings into an electrifying performance, dropping a game-high 45 points and leading the Lakers to a 112-97 victory over his former team. The Dallas crowd, while still nursing the sting of his departure, couldn't help but cheer for their former star, even as they voiced their displeasure with chants of "Fire Nico," directed at Mavericks GM Nico Harrison. All in all, it was a night where nostalgia met top-tier basketball, leaving fans both misty-eyed and mesmerized. One more note connected to basketball. I told the clerk at the shoe store the other day I wanted a pair of Air Jordans. He measured my feet and then recommended air fresheners. Today's motivation comes from acclaimed actor Don Cheadle, who said, "I think it's intoxicating when somebody is so unapologetically who they are. It underscores the allure of authenticity. In today's society where social media often pressures individuals to curate idealized versions of themselves, embracing one's true identity can be both empowering and inspiring. Authenticity fosters genuine connections and encourages others to express their true selves, promoting a culture of acceptance and self-confidence." Well, that's it for today's Maurologue. Stay strong, stay kind, hold the door open for someone, don't tailgate in traffic, and keep fighting the good fight.